Well, here we are, 6 months already. Hard to believe it's gone that quickly, but we've already had our Honda CR-V long-termer for 6 full months in the Car Advice Garage. And what we've done, again with this CR-V, as we tend to do with all our long-termers, is try to filter it through as many different Car Advice staff members as we can. And crucially, not just editorial, because we in the editorial team test drive cars all day, every day. We like to get these long-termers in the hands of all the other staff members at Car Advice who've got nothing to do with editorial at all, to see what they think about the car, because they're buyers and they look at it from a slightly different angle. So sit down, relax, and let's take a look at what the other Car Advice team members, and the editorial team of course, thought about our CR-V long-termer.
Now I'm a father with a 7-month-old baby. I've come to appreciate a practical interior a little bit more than I used to, and I think the CR-V is pretty good for that. It's quite flexible, it all folds flat really nicely, and it feels a bit more spacious compared to the actual size of the car. I found the CR-V pretty easy to punt around town, to be honest. Visibility was quite good, the drive line was pretty punchy and pretty easy just to zoom around through traffic. Very easy car to live with, I think.
So I've been in the CR-V for the last few weeks and driving it as a daily driver. I've been using it to ferry the kids around, which has been great. It's a massive vehicle inside, lots of room in the back, particularly for kids, but especially for adults. It's been great as well as I've been shifting a few boxes around at home, so I've been able to lay the seats down flat, and it creates a huge space in the back and be able to get lots of boxes in there. The power is, as you'd expect for an SUV like that. It's not as sporty as some of our cars, but it's perfectly adequate for it's what it's used for. What's one of the great features of the CR-V is the fact that its doors open up to 90 degrees, so it's a wide opening to be able to get car seats in and out, and it's been really easy to get the kids in and out. It's great fit for purpose. It does exactly what you'd expect a medium SUV to do. Negatives. I can't think of any negatives right now. I would absolutely recommend it for anyone looking for a car in the medium SUV segment, and actually was recommending it to someone only last week as a good buy for them.
I didn't want to like the Honda CR-V, but I just couldn't help myself. It's a perky little thing, it's perfect for around town, practical, there's plenty of space in the back. That's one of the more surprising aspects of it, is just how roomy it is out back. I used it plenty of times for silly things like IKEA runs and going shopping. Carried my kid with ease, although she did fall out of it once, but that was my fault, not hers, or the Honda's, just to be clear. Plenty of boot space, surprisingly cavernous. I don't have a lot of need for boot space, but I did get forced into the occasional IKEA run by my youngest daughter to buy some bulky items and pass with flying colours. Only ever drove it around town, didn't do much highway running in it. But around town, it is a perfectly acceptable engine powertrain combination. Zippy enough off standstill, easy to dart in and out of little gaps in traffic. I had no complaints about the powertrain. I found it quite fun and engaging in and around town, 50km/h kind of way. I would recommend it to somebody looking at a car in this segment. Its blend of practicality, comfort, you know, it's not the last word in luxury, but then it doesn't pretend to be. But certainly for its frugality from memory, I think it was pretty light on the fuel. And it's just a pleasure to drive. It's quiet, everything works as it should. It's a good little thing.
In the last 5 years, the medium SUV segment really has become the default choice for family buyers in Australia, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to get this CR-V into the Car Advice Garage, because we believe this is a vital battleground for family buyers in Australia. Now, it hasn't always been right up at the top of the segment. It's not the most dynamic. Something like that title probably goes to the CX-5 or the Tiguan. It doesn't have a 7-year warranty like a Kia product, for example. However, as an all-rounder, the CR-V is fantastic. I really like the ride. I think it's super comfortable around town. I love the space inside the cabin, and I love the storage options. It falls down in areas like infotainment, but if that's not a really key buying option for you because you've got 3 kids and you need more room in the second row, then infotainment doesn't really matter. So the message for us with the CR-V is that while it's not the best in certain individual areas necessarily beyond perhaps cabin practicality and space, it's certainly right up near the top of the segment in an overall sense. And the message is, if you're looking for a medium SUV, you need one for your family, you should absolutely be having a look at the Honda CR-V.